You want to paint your house? You're researching what you need. You're in the right spot. This video's for you. I talk about the 5 task pillars of residential painting a lot on this channel. They are setup, job site protection, surface preparation and repair, application of paint, and cleanup. For this video, we're going to focus on the setup task pillar, and more specifically, all the different types of tools, supplies, and materials that you need for a residential painting project. But Steve, don't I just need a brush and some rollers? Trust me, you need a lot more than that. Yes, you need a lot of different types of application tools, but you also need supplies and materials for all the preparation and repair tasks, for protecting all the items in your home from project dust and paint splatter. You need to have cleanup supplies, you need to have PPE. But what a lot of people don't realize is there are a lot of other types of hand tools and power tools that are really useful on a residential painting project, and that's what we're going to focus on this video. Let's take a tour of our tools right now. There are so many different types of tools and equipment that we use and a lot of different types of tasks that we do. Let's take a look at all the different types of tools and equipment that we will also be using on this project. Look at that, there's my trusty pot hook right there. Here's a lot of different preparation and repair tools, different knives. We use 3 and 4 inch knives all the time to do our repairs and skim out joint compound. Here's a 2-inch knife. This is another little small repair knife. 5-way tool. I have all kinds of these different branded 5-way tools. This is an All Pro. I really love the Husky 15-in-1. I have a bunch of those too. This is a bigger, we got some bigger flat blades here. I think this is 6 inches. I guess I'm not very good at math. I'm forgetting, is that 9? That might even be 9-inch. I think that's 9-inch. We got a corner trowel here. Sometimes we need to use a hammer. That thing looks like maybe that was my grandfather's from the 1930s, but we have a bunch of hammers. Always good to have an extension cord with the different power equipment that we use. Love my Ryobi battery operated cordless stuff. We have this portable vacuum here, a couple of different size vacuums. I love my Ryobi contractor lights. I have this handheld, which is great to go around and not only to light up a room, but for shining it on walls to try to spot imperfections. You know, battery operated. You can also plug it in, so if your battery dies, it's a really nice high quality LED contractor light. We have a bigger stand contractor light right there that I love to use. Over here, gotta have a screw gun, screwdrivers. We use our screw gun not only for removing things like hardware, but also when we're setting and screwing in sheetrock screws. What do we have in this DeWalt bag? We got, oh yeah, our brad nailer, gotta have that. It's very common as a painter to come across loose baseboard or missing shoe molding or things like that. So we will anchor loose trims, or we will do some new installation if as needed as well. So our brad nailer is perfect for that. I got my trusty stud finder handy. This is very helpful when we're trying to repair cracks and we might have some loose or flexing sheetrock that we want to anchor down, and if we're trying to locate where the lumber is. When we talk about contractor lights, look at this Rover model from Milwaukee. Handheld LED contractor light, great for illuminating walls, allowing you to inspect wall surfaces and anomalies, and just to be able to really light up a room. What's incredible about this device is it is magnetic, so you can attach it to behind this corner. If you're not aware, is what is metal corner bead in the sheetrock finishing process. So this will actually stick We also like to have this smaller HEPA vacuum. It's an 8-gallon, HEPA certified, so it does a really good job sucking in the smallest of particulates. So very lightweight, a lot easier and lighter to carry around than this one. But also has a lot of capacity for cleanup, and it has the soft bristle end on it so we don't have to worry about scratching hardwood floors and stuff when we're vacuuming. We have invested in this Festool HEPA vacuum called the Festool CleanTec, and we are able to attach different types of sanders. We have the Festool Planex planer right here, and this, you can see, this has a big sanding disc head on it, and we can put different types and different grits of paper, very fine paper all the way up to more coarse paper, and it has this vacuum hose attached to it that runs right into this HEPA vacuum. You can see our model is the CT36, and inside here you can put bags to collect the dust, and it's really an amazing machine. It allows you to sand major wall areas like this very easily and very quickly, and while you're doing it, it makes it not a 100% dustless experience, but pretty close. And you could argue that this machine, quite frankly, is probably overkill for something like this, but when you do what we do every day, it makes sense. This machine was really designed for sheetrock finishers as much as anything. When they have huge, large, open areas of freshly finished sheetrock and a lot of sanding, this machine's great for that. But now we don't do new sheetrock installation and finishing, but we do a lot of repair work, so this is incredible for that. We're gonna have Colin fire this thing up, and you're gonna watch how he buzzes through all these repairs with this machine. All right, look at that. Colin just knocked that wall out in not a lot of time. So if he were having to hand sand that, it would definitely move at a slower pace. Now again, as a DIYer, I wouldn't expect you to run out and pay what you need to pay for this Festool, but if you're a contractor, it is a must-have. Not only did we sand down the repairs, but look at all this beautiful abrasion. I'm telling you, this wall feels like glass right now. It felt like I was running it across sandpaper when we first walked into here. This is just an incredible result. We are, number one, applying, we're sanding the repairs. We have scuff sanded the entire wall surface to promote better adhesion of the paint, and we're gonna get way better aesthetic quality because we've knocked down some of the old application texture too. It's not all gone, but it's been significantly knocked back. So when we roll over this wall, we're going to have a lot more of that consistent roll stipple or rolling orange peel texture, and we'll have really good uniformity on this wall. The great thing too is, look, I don't see, where's the dust? The dust is in the vacuum. There is virtually no dust here. Now, if you look at where we've hand sanded repairs, we have
clumps of dust, which this is okay. That's to be expected. This is the messes you're going to have when you have to hand sand repairs. You'll get some that clings to the wall like that, and we'll vacuum that up, obviously, but when you have this Festool Planex, all that dust gets sucked into the vacuum. Here we did the hand sanding with this corner repair. This is what you can expect for dust, and that's fine. You just vacuum it up, and you make sure you're wearing your N95 mask. Colin's still wearing his setup. Now, if you're running the Planex, you don't need to wear that setup. We've been moving along, so he's leaving it on. I still personally would like to see a DIYer wear an N95 mask, even when you're using the Planex, because if you turn it, Colin, put it up on the wall. If you get a little loose and you're working on a major repair and it kicks out like that a little bit, it will spit out some dust. And if you're inexperienced with this tool and you have a big plume that shoots out at you and you weren't wearing an N95, you're going to be chewing on some dust. So especially if you have allergies or respiratory problems, or just particularly sensitive, highly recommend you wear an N95 even with using the Planex.
There you have it, guys. There's a quick look at some of the various hand tools and power tools that we use to execute our residential interior painting projects. Stay tuned for our upcoming videos where we'll take a closer look at all the various application tools that we use, in addition to a lot of the different supplies we use for preparation and repair, job site protection, cleanup, and PPE. Happy painting.